Evil Troy and evil Abed.
Wow, that evil op-ed came out way late. Welcome, welcome everybody to democrazy. And did you know that Trump? Did you know that Texas got the flood warnings a long time in advance? That's what Trump said.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
uh-huh. And then they say
Sure.
with that is bullshit. And the thing was that even if they did, and they just have proof that it came out people's phones, except that camps, they don't allow people to have phones. So that's the issue in itself. It's like,
Well, and recently, if I remember correctly, from what I saw in some reporting release, the maps that showed where flooding area for where the camps were, some of those cabins were removed from the map. So
yeah,
where they would have been like, oh well, we need to move them. Yeah, they didn't even. The map doesn't even show there were cabins there.
Mm,
no, they did that so they could be technically inside the legality jurisdiction for it. It's basically people cutting corners every step of the way to
Yeah.
keep this tradition of this camp out here, which is like only like rich white chicks will go to, you know.
yeah. So it is confirmed that those 27 are dead, right?
And still kind of debatable.
Okay.
They're still missing, but honestly, like it's one of those rules where it's like, dude, they've been missing for this point for this long, and no one's, especially people who's been out there, would know. Like if someone came up or someone was missing or whatever, they'll be like, oh, let's report them or whatever. So it's like it's almost just like when we were looking for those millionaires that blew up in that Ocean Gate shit. It's just kind of like,
That we kind of need the confirmation one way or another, basically.
yeah, they would need that. But honestly, most people are thinking like, yeah, they are probably dead unless we're having some type of memento situation where these people lost their memories and it's just somehow wandering out here surviving.
Maybe so, but they're not thriving. I don't know why I make this. I'm sorry.
They're going. I mean, there's always a chance one or two survived, went down river. They're in Mexico somewhere, and they don't speak Spanish. Maybe.
And
Speaking of Espanol, though, so I don't know if you know this, but like there are people. Obviously, there are people that are living in TJ that are supposed like they buy houses or rather rent because it's cheaper to rent out in TJ than it is in San Diego, and yeah, they're getting like tons of protesters coming out of their home saying like, "Dude, you're deporting us. Get out of our town. Get out of our town and go back to like San Diego." And I'm like,
I mean, it's fair.
"Yeah,
I mean, it was
In
fair,
that
but the thing
situation, it's kind of fair.
yeah, I know."
is
I'm like,
fair. The thing was that they were already getting mad before these deportations happened because how many Americans were doing this shit, and they were already getting raises in inflation for justification of that stuff. So they were already kind of mad beforehand, and this was just like, sure. And it didn't help that these people are coming down here, going on their cruise ships, having vacations with the red hat, with the arrogance of superiority as well, going down there, and they're all acting surprised, like, I don't understand. Why don't these people like us?
to be fair, I was thinking about moving over there like myself because like I was looking at the room size, how cheap it was, etc., etc. But like, only reason why I kept getting talked out of it was because the border crossing. That's like
Yeah, the border crossing
3 hours.
without Century, without if you don't have a Century pass, like I had a lot of coworkers that transferred there. Especially if you try to go back like on Friday night, getting back over, it's gonna take forever. If you try to keep coming here for work, like I literally had coworkers be like, "Yeah, I wake up like at 2 or 3 in the morning, get in line, They basically sleep in their car while they're waiting to get cross over the thing, and then they'll get over maybe like at 4 or 5, right? And then they'll sleep in their car until it's time to do a shift. So you're basically dedicating like 4 to 5 hours of just crossing back and forth
Yeah,
to
I'm
get to work.
yeah, I am not
Yeah.
doing that.
If you work remotely, it'd be easy and you'll save money. But if you have to actually physically drive over and
It
then like
would be pointless.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
and especially if you get off work, like say if you work a long day, you're tired, right?
Mm.
Now you're dealing with traffic going to San Diego, get to the border. Now you're dealing with just trying to cross over the border. Then you have to finally get your home, man. Like that's a lot of dedication.
Yeah, I'm not doing any of that. Like I do.
Yeah.
No, well, because like the reason why I was thinking about like originally, like yeah, with the because like in New Jersey where I grew up, like I had a ton of people that have jobs out in New York, but New York is just so expensive that rather than, you know, they'll just take an apartment here in New Jersey and then take the 99S, which is the bus that goes to New York, and deal with that rather than deal with all that nonsense rather than just straight living in New York. And I'm just all like, maybe I should have that kind of mentality. And then they were telling me like, yeah, no, the border crossing is like very real. I'm like, never mind. Nope, nope.
Yeah, right now would not be the time.
Yeah, and like remember when like what was it like a couple months ago when they had that was it Crowd strike that it shut down a lot of systems. They had a glitch in their system. They basically shut down the entire border, and that can happen. It happened a couple of times where they'll shut down the entire border. So you'll be waiting in line, not knowing what's happening, and it's like, oh, they shut down the border. So now you got to now you have to turn around, and you just wasted hours waiting in this thing, and you can't even get to work. And then like now, especially with Trump, who's mercurial, and I'm surprised he hasn't closed the borders yet. Really, like just make the question like no borders thing, but he can.
Yeah,
But would
because
you want to?
officially he's still arguing the fact of whether we're under invasion or not. So if that was valid, he could just close it, but the courts are still arguing. And
Yeah,
he can't, even though he's defying the courts, he technically can't fully defy the courts at this point.
Actually,
he
look at
can't, but
the.
he can easily shut it down for a couple of days, and that's fucking up with your money. Depending on the type of job you have and
Mhm.
the type of bosses you have, like you can lose your job because you can't get over, and that just seems like a lot of stress to be waking up early to get in line for this for something that could just like, yep, basically, yep, we're shutting it down. Something happened, fuck it. Now you can't get over. When it's gonna open, we don't know. It's like ask us about in 2 weeks.
Well,
Yeah.
here's the other like I don't know if you guys because I I know how stupid this is gonna sound. I kind of wow, that did sound stupid. But here's the other thing that sounds stupid. I kind of pay attention to the polls, right? And I'm just all like, okay, what's going on with them? Like, oh, Trump's rolling really low with immigration. I'm like, what? Yeah, so yeah, looks like people on both sides of the aisle are not okay with what's going on with like the rates and stuff. And I'm just all like, okay, that makes sense. Us smellocrats would, us smellocrat. I'm a centrist, so smellocrats and center people are but like, you just, really?
Well,
People,
the thing is that his policies, like yes, like ground immigration, that's like his go to, especially when his poll numbers dip. He always goes back to that. So some crazy shit is gonna happen once his polling numbers and people are pissed off. He's gonna do some crazy shit. The problem is with his ICE raids, like even though they funded this big beautiful bill to give him more money, is that it's been proven like you're almost going over 40 to 50% of wrong people. And then it's coming back. It's just like you keep getting fucking wrong on this shit, And it's just like, how do you have confidence in it when you're like chasing people through fields and doing this shit, and then farmers and other coworkers who like they want their livelihood. They're like, yeah, we all vote for Trump, but I'm losing 50% of my business or I'm closing my farm because I thought they were going after the bad ones, Like
But
and
that's
they
what
don't.
letting Stephen Miller be in charge of it. Because Stephen Miller does not dissociate from that. He's not anybody that's not white. Yeah, pretty much they don't need to be here. That's his feeling.
Yeah, because he's not right, and he wants certain numbers, and it's like, but like you could get those certain numbers for like you literally areas in like New York where it's like Russians and like Italians where they're undocumented. You can easily go round them up in order to get your numbers,
See, Trump
but
can't
he
touch
can't.
New York. If he touches New York, everybody's gonna go to Trump Tower and fuck it up. That's just a thing.
But
He will
but the thing is,
not.
the point is that it's Stephen Miller who's in charge of this, and he wants certain numbers.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
it's just like,
But like, if like, yes, Stephen Miller is the one pressuring ICE to do what needs to be done, right? He's pressuring them to do 3,000 arrests a day, and all these deportations. If Stephen Miller goes after New York, Trump will jump down his throat, fuck him, and then fuck him some more because Trump knows he tries any of that shit in New York as he's doing right now on the West Coast. Everybody's gonna go after Trump Tower. Like, that's just a thing. He hasn't. Think about it. Miller hasn't done anywhere near as much crazy shit in New York and Florida. Why? Trump Tower and Mar-a-Lago.
Yeah.
well, it's Trump Tower and Mar-a-Lago, but also because it's like in New York, if they try to go like New York City stuff on there, it's so like densely populated. It's just like how we try to fucking take over Iraq. It's crazy. It's like how many troops you would need just to take over a couple blocks with how many like high rise apartments and people can go there and ambush you. It's just crazy. While California, yes, they have a lot of people in Los Angeles, but it's more spread out and not as densely populated as New York to try to control the streets. It's like a suicide mission, basically. And he would have to be like, hey Trump, I want you to fucking deploy like 3 battalions of fucking troops here just so we can take fucking what like a 10-mile radius of fucking this area of New York. It makes no fucking sense, right? Like you can't even spin that. Like even Jesse Waters and his fucking horrible fucking ass couldn't spin that on Fox News.
But you know,
And Gutfield, fuck that guy.
yeah. Well, I don't want to fuck him. He looks ugly.
Well, that's why it's called Gutfield.
I mean, yeah.
Like literally when I heard like, oh, there's supposed to be like this comedy guy tonight is like Gutfield's like, so it's supposed to be like Seinfeld, but like a poor version of it. He's a Kenny Banya of it. That's gold, Jerry, gold.
Damn, even Captain's feeling the storms. Okay, if he disconnects, then we know why. But these like I feel so bad for everybody in Texas, right? Well, for those that
No, I
my heart
definitely
goes.
feel bad for like the people that's happening to.
Yeah,
But the thing that annoys me the most is that I understand people like, why politicizing this or stuff on there, and other people put on there like, well, you guys were saying burn LA burn in California when the wildfires. Like, yes, you have that to the fact. But the right point was that people are making is that, hey, a lot of this has to do with policy. Like literally Kirk County, there was like 2 other times under Obama and Biden where they offered you millions of dollars so you could get these air signs, and you're like, no, I don't want this because it's given from the far left, right? Like, and we're just pointing that out because literally, what was the town over has air sirens, warnings, but Kirk County's like, no, we don't want to take this because it was the left money. Like, okay. Like all the money is not dark money. It doesn't fucking matter. Like
we'll take money from Ted Cruz. He'll save us. Where is he? Oh, he's in. Where was he in again? Like what was it?
he was in Greece.
Yeah,
He was in
Yeah, he went to
Greece.
Greece.
Everywhere except where the fuck he's supposed to be.
again.
Honestly, I think it'll be better to spend money on putting a tracker on Ted Cruz. So when people see that Ted Cruz is leaving the country for a
Yeah.
vacation, everyone should get the fuck out.
That is
Yeah,
a perfect idea.
Yes, that is.
I'm down for it.
This is who you
Like,
want
just
to
put
go
an air
attack.
tag on. Just put an air tag on them. Apple AirTag chip. That will cost you what, like $10, $20?
This is what happens when you elect a Canadian to run fucking Texas. Why? Like, I mean,
This is what happens when you give possums power.
See, I always say, yeah, we should close the border. The border to the north. You gotta keep those Canadians out.
fucking.
I mean, Conor McDavid's not doing much.
But it made so much sense that he went to Greece, considering how greasy his hair is to begin with. I mean, like, let's not forget. Let's. I mean, his,
I'm amazed you didn't blame the kids this time.
Right? It was a kid's fault. They were playing out here being reckless. It's like, well, the problem is they didn't follow the 10 Commandments. Because we have that dumbass. What's that fucking pussy guy from the Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson? My God.
Johnson. Like, the amount of shit that I want to throw his way too. I mean, like, first of all, he looks like a bargain bin Stephen Colbert. Like, right? I mean, like,
Yeah.
he looks so. He
looks like McLovin if he was radicalized and became the House Speaker.
Actually, yeah. Absolutely.
He's just like, what up, guys? God, bless God.
It's what happened if the cops weren't cool with him.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. The super bad would have been really bad. It would have been a literal name.
Unbelievable. And like he's oh man, some of the excuses he's been coming up with for
Yeah,
like,
because you can't. He was dumb for running up there in the first place and trying to full-throated with your chest be like, we aren't doing anything to Medicaid, when you know damn well that when this passes, there's no way to down talk what you did.
Well, that's why he delayed it. And the thing is, like, he's a horrible Speaker of the House because, like, don't get me wrong, I have a lot of issues with Pelosi, especially her sidelining AOC and other progressives to keep her spot and them in power. But, you know, that bitch, when it came to rallying votes, she didn't need to go call these people into the presidents and threaten them to get them to her side. I don't know what she was doing, but she was cracking that whip. Mike Johnson's just like,
I noticed too, of all people for Trump to attack, it's suspicious he's been quiet about Pelosi. I feel like she got something on him. Because he's been calling out everybody else, but not an individual Pelosi sitting there. And he didn't used to have that issue.
no.
I feel like there's probably some financial connection that both of them are linked on. He's like, oh, I can't say nothing. The donors come after me.
Well, he can't say anything there. He'll go after Schumer. Sometimes he'll go after Durbin. And notice that, you know, he tried to pick a fight with Jackson Crockett, realized he was losing. So he went to his boy Hot Wheels, Abbott out there, and was like, hey, call a special session so we can gerrymander this to try to get rid of her district. And people were blaming her. That's not even her district. And the most ironic thing is that's boosting her for being a senator.
Yep.
Gonna take old boy Cronin's spot.
I'm amazed with all this flooding that he couldn't get caught in the landslide, but I guess when you have that much money, security actually does watch out for you.
well, wait, is he chunkier than, isn't he as chunky as like Ted Cruz?
Cronin? No.
Oh.
He's not as chunky
Okay.
as them. He's more of a blowhard
then
when he does talk.
Then maybe he just farted to fly above the water. Gabe, you know you're muted, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I am.
Okay. Oh man.
And the sad thing is like you would be like, man, why don't they ever vote on Cruz? Like, oh man, he just got elected, so he's not up for another 4 years. It's like, bro, how did he
I
get elected to the next place? Like,
I have
Because he's
goddamn.
in,
no idea how he's still elected. I think he's like the only Republican, just like politician in Texas who has had a negative approval rating for like a long time, but people still just keep choosing him. I don't know why.
it's
Like,
probably because of the way the districts are, because they're going to redraw them again, but it's probably because of the way it's aligned, where it's like, they want to vote Republican, but probably
Yeah.
in their district, Cruz is the most known name.
It,
Because you
it's
can have
just
smaller
it's bizarre.
Republicans, but they're not going to gamble.
Yeah, because I don't know. I live in Austin, and so I know every time there's an election, people are like, Beto's gonna win this time, and I'm like, oh no. But I'm always surprised that like another Republican just doesn't, I don't know, take a spot. Like nobody likes Ted Cruz. I don't think Ted Cruz even likes Ted Cruz.
No, he has issues with himself. We know.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
But I mean,
But-
it's, to be fair, you still have better representation than my side of Texas. I have
Yeah.
Louis Gohmert.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
It doesn't get better, and we technically are very red. He's not going anywhere anytime
Yeah.
soon.
I mean, honestly, I'm thinking like the worst presidential ticket if it went forward for Republicans would be a Ted Cruz, Ron DeSantis ticket. Like,
Ew,
exactly.
ew, burn it,
Exactly.
burn
I
it.
feel like that would just hurt DeSantis. I don't know, because people have been turning on DeSantis like recently too, just because I guess
Because-
he's Trump's
even his-
enemy.
Yeah. Well, because I mean, even with that, it's kind of hard to downplay, hey, the state's being affected by stuff, we're not getting aid, and suddenly there's a concentration camp here.
Yeah.
What's all this? Like, you
Yeah.
can't.
I also didn't
downplay that.
realize it's actually called alligator Alcatraz. I thought that was like a cute name for it. I
Yeah,
didn't know
no,
that was like
I
the
thought it-
official name.
I thought that was its. I thought that was a cute name, but no, Alligator Alcatraz is its actual name. And it is a concentration camp. People don't say it's anything otherwise. And you can't say like, oh, it was built in like 6 hours or 8 hours or whatever. And I'm just all like, yeah, no. They cut corners. I'm pretty sure there's going to be extensive flooding because you're in that part
Yeah.
of Florida.
It's also like an hour away from any actual hospital that can provide more than just like basic services too. So it's
They
I don't
are
know.
100% planning on those gators being involved.
Yeah.
no, it's really gross. It reminds me a lot of the what's it called? The Tent City in Phoenix at the prisons.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just like, hey, cruelty is the point. People like this because we live in hell world.
I mean,
Yep.
the only silver lining I had with Tent City was they let me go every 12 hours because I had to like voluntarily. But like with okay, people, if you're gonna be like, well, Doug, it's that part of Florida. It doesn't rain ever. It won't rain that badly. I've been in Florida for like a year. I can honestly say it rains like almost on the daily, and when it rains hard over there.
Well,
So-
that's because there's the humidity and all that shit on there. Like the whole point is for like, if you get a heat stroke or whatever, you're basically gonna die either way. That's the whole fucking point of all this fucking shit. And then they think it's cool with the alligators, and that gets the base riled up. Like, I want to see people get eaten by an alligator. It's like, bro, a majority of these people are gonna die from heat stroke or some shit. Honestly.
Places where alligators like to live are probably not places fit for humans to be.
Agreed.
And they only got like one airplane drop. Like the problem is like, I don't know if anyone remember that movie like Half Past Dead with Steven Seagal and Ja Rule,
Well,
but
go ahead.
it's almost like the same exact shit where it's like, hey, you know what? We think it's secure because there's only one road in, one road out, only really accessible kind of by like airplane and drop these people out. It's like, but that's exactly how you write the script for how you're gonna fucking do some big ass prison break shit. Because if you have enough disruption in the actual prison itself, it'll take so long for anyone to send any reinforcements for anything, right? So if these prisoners got out, right,
Mhm.
take over, take over the guards and all that shit. Now they have this almost like one way in, one way out, where they can plan accordingly and hold you up. It is asking for trouble. It's just a waste of money, honestly.
Yeah, it's first of all, that thing's not gonna like that. If that thing still stands after a year, I'm gonna be legit surprised because with the area that it's at, there's gonna be erosion. Parts of that quote unquote prison's gonna be crumbling down pretty damn soon. Like there's so many. Like, just that one video, not the AI one where it was like where the flood was like just nonstop. No, it's not like that. No. But like, not even it was flooding from like what? It was like a light to medium shower. Like that prison's not gonna stand. That prison's not gonna stay up and running.
It's not gonna stand. Plus, it's like, okay, how do you convince guards to be here when it's like, okay, a hurricane happens, something happens coming, right? Okay, so is the guards gonna go away, or are they gonna have to stay here and basically be fucked? I mean, you're kind of lowland wetlands. Hurricane comes through there. Like, is the guards going to stay there? Or you just basically be like, oh, well, let's see who survives and we'll take control afterwards and we'll just be hunkered down. Like, it's the lack of planning.
And they're trying to like say, we should have these all over the states. No.
Oh, yeah, okay. The next one they're going to put in California, Death Valley.
If they put that in California, like considering how it was the ICE agents that were ambushed, that happened in Cali, right?
The ice race that was happening, yeah, it was Camilo Road over there, like Central California. It was
Yeah.
like kind of by like Bakersville and all that shit. And like there, like when you go like Central California, it's like only really like one main highway road, a couple of other roads, and it's like basically nothing. So you're kind of isolated.
I wouldn't be surprised if like
Yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised if a bunch of like lefty anarchists were just like, no, I'm bombing that goddamn that concentration camp. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they want to be like, no, we'll outdo Luigi. Why do I call? Yeah, it's Luigi Mangione, but blowing up this entire facility. Fuck that. I'm just gonna dude. Oh God, like that.
I mean,
I
how
don't
much
know.
money they spent on there? Well, it's like what 450 million each year to run it, but a real prison you only really
Oh,
need 50 million to run it. Like, where's the other 400 million going? 'Cause these
Wait,
are
I
fucking
think.
kids.
wait,
Hold
what?
on, let me double check because I think it's actually like a lot more.
Oh shit! Jesus Christ! For a concentration
That they're
camp.
burning this shit on there, and I see like the DeSantis saying like, "Oh yeah, you know what? What's gonna end up paying for his prison? Or I'm just gonna charge a tax for people coming to Florida. Why people fucking coming to Florida? It's like there's no insurance, there's no jobs. They're making sure like the small paying jobs on there people don't really want, and they're not gonna pay enough wages on there. You're gonna get hurricanes, and your shit's gonna get destroyed, and you're not gonna get replaced." But the DeSantis is up there like, yeah, Florida, place to be.
So you are correct. It's estimated to be 450 million annually. However, they're also trying to seek reimbursement through FEMA. What I was thinking of is with the big beautiful bill. I guess the new ICE budget is 45 billion.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's just funding his own private military and is waiting for an excuse to do it. But the problem is that, okay, originally the budget they already went through it in 6 months, like already, and they were out of it. That's why they have to refund it. So like the money in there, you're just drawing it down a hole, and it's like the numbers that you're supposed to get, they're nowhere near the numbers that they wanted. So most smart businessmen be like, yeah, we're throwing good money after bad here, but not Trump, the guy who bankrupted casino, which I don't even know how you do that because that place basically prints money.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
bankrupted 3 casinos, not 1, 3.
Well, and then I'm looking at the ICE numbers again right now. So with the BBB, it's supposed to have an operational cost of 28 billion annually, but there's also an upfront 170 billion injection over the next 4 years, 30 billion for enforcement and deportation operations, and then 45 billion for the new detention centers. So like with the whole what's it called, Department of Government Efficiency, they're absolutely doing the whole like saving pennies to spend dollars thing with this. It's ridiculous.
Oh yeah. That's what the adage or whatever is like. Jumping over dollars for penny or something like that. But
Yeah, no,
they're
it's
wasting the
insane.
money because they would have to fucking when they built these prison shit on there, like they just think like let's just keep popping up these prisons. But you know, you gotta run a staff on it. And then it's like, okay, either A, you're gonna pay a lot of money to have good guard staff there, or you're gonna cheap out on the staff. And then when shit hits the fan, where you can just go out and lie like, oh yeah, we're not having issues here or whatever, and then you just start freaking out like Trump does with this Epstein list.
Yeah. Well, okay. He. Okay. He is, and I'm just gonna say it. Why am I making any? He's already. We already have a felon in the White House, so fuck it. He's deeper in the Epstein thing than a lot of people are letting on. That's just the thing. I wouldn't be surprised.
he was
Oh, yeah,
his best
for sure.
day.
I think this is the first time I've actually seen a lot of direct, like, upset in his hardcore fan base with the Epstein thing. Like, this is one of the things that, for whatever reason, they care about very deeply. And this is the first time I've seen people actually say that, like, they regret voting for him.
Because he ran too hard on it in the beginning, acting like, yeah, I support you, I'm in it. And then the first chance that he has to full control do what he said, he goes, no, nothing exists.
Well, and then like they were edging, like
everything.
giving details about it forever too. It was like what, a month ago when they were like, "We've got it on my desk." Like Pam Bondi was like, "I've got it. I'm looking at it. It's real."
That's the main issue with the whole administration. They don't shut the fuck up.
No, they don't.
Yeah.
If they would learn how to say things vaguely, but with enough detail that someone could be like, okay, there is a plan there. It wouldn't be poking out so easily to just be like, yeah, you're live. Yeah.
Well, and then like it's back when he was running for election too, when he I don't even remember what it was, but he had like thousands of sheets of just like blank paper on his desk, and he's like, "Look, this is the work I've done." And people are like, we can clearly see that this isn't real. Like he doesn't even know how to lie correctly. They just do things so big and so hard that it immediately blows up in their face when like more information eventually comes out.
Yeah, which is usually like the next day.
Yeah.
It doesn't even last
he's-
like a week.
He's also treating it like he's never cared about the Epstein stuff, and like none of his base has either. Because now he's not just like, oh well, the FBI said what they said, we're gonna look into it. He's like gaslighting people. Yeah, he's like, why? Really? You guys still care about this? Damn, let's move on.
It's like, bitch, you were just talking about this the other day.
The very fact that he said it like that is probably why his base was there. Because if he had just said, well, we have more important matters to discuss in this meeting, so we can address this later, they'd have been cool. Yeah. But when you're like, why are you still talking about this stuff? It's like, hold up, wait. This is important to both sides. Like,
well, and
this is
also
the one time that like
himself.
Democrats and Republicans are both like, hey,
yeah.
we want.
Well, and then it also gives like, I guess, more credence to whatever Musk was saying a few weeks ago after their breakup, when he's like, oh, he's in there. He's in them. Now he's just like, nah, I'm not only not in them, they don't exist. Like, I know Ghislaine Maxwell is in prison, and same with Epstein, but they were only trafficking to themselves. It was a contained ring. Don't worry about it.
She's just
It was a contained thing.
She's dodging some debt collectors. That's all.
Yeah.
No, it was a contained thing, and also like, oh yeah, Prince Andrew, he had to step down or step away from fucking family duties in England over this. But you know what? Nothing to see here. That's what they kept fucking saying. Like, and the thing is, they were smart. It's like, for some reason, the right feels like, oh yeah, there's Clinton and these other Democrats in here, and Democrats don't want to see it. But Democrats been saying, like, if they're in it, we want them in jail. Yeah. But for the right, it's like, as if Trump's in it, he doesn't want to put out there. So like, Even if you wanted to cover it up, why don't you just put out the people who's not you out here? But he doesn't because he's so afraid that someone's gonna contradict him. And since Elon put that out there, and he knows Elon has the fucking dirt on him, he has to shut the whole thing down.
That's it. Well, that's assuming he doesn't get Elon Musk and who else was it? Who else did he want to revoke citizenship? Rosie O'Donnell. Like,
Rosie O'Donnell, that
Yeah,
was
Oh.
because
super
right now
random.
he's at war.
Oh,
Well, he's
oh.
always been at war with her. But.
I think he's got a little crush on Rosie O'Donnell.
I,
Like, who else
Dude,
thinks
he's
about
been talking
her
about
this
Rosie
much, if at
O'Donnell
all?
since the late 90s,
Yeah.
honestly.
I mean, like the last.
And it's weird because I don't see the attraction, but like maybe he secretly wants to hit it.
He just
Or maybe
really
he
liked
didn't.
Roseanne.
I guess
It's a good show.
it's just that like the last time like Rosie O'Donnell was mentioned anywhere near in my presence was when I was watching Chappelle's show in the Player Haters Ball, and they like Dave Chappelle, Ice-T, and a bunch of them as dressed up as pimps. They see Rosie O'Donnell's portrait, and I think one of them's all like, "It's Boy George." And then out of nowhere, I'm looking at my Google newsfeed. I'm looking at my newsfeed, and I'm like, Trump wants to revoke Rosie O'Donnell's citizenship. I'm like, the hell? She's still around?
Right? And I kept trying to look like, what is she saying? Like, he's just like, so mad. Like, I'm going to invoke her citizenship. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck, because she's been saying the same
He
shit all the
didn't
time.
say anything. It's just the fact that she's here and he has the power and he's still being
She
petty.
doesn't even live here anymore. She's in Ireland, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
He's
that's why I'm
just being
surprised.
petty because he can.
Well, then why does he go after Kathy Griffin, the girl who made that fake decapitation of him? Like, what did you see? Because she still lives here
I'm
in New
not sure
York.
Kathy,
you remember?
Kathy survived the first attack and now her career's still booming.
My
technically, for her
favorite
purposes.
my favorite detail from that is apparently Barron saw, I guess, the decapitated head thing and thought it was real, and it greatly upset him.
What? What?
He thought that was real?
Apparently, he thought that was real, and it made him very sad. So that's,
Well, no
that's
wonder-
my favorite part.
Oh
of it.
boy.
Well, like, no wonder he got rejected from Harvard, and that's why Trump went up.
No, see, I'd like to believe that there's just a lot of editing that happens on TV, and Trump actually does look like a decapitated paper mache head in real life. So that's why he got confused.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, I was saying it the other week. Like, have you seen that man walk? He's got he looks, there's a hump on his back now. Like, he's walking like there's a hump on his back.
Well, he has a hump on his back. People says, obviously,
not
everyone
even
knows he
orange.
wears a diaper.
And
Everyone
he's
knows he
not
wears a
even
diaper.
Orange. He's not even orange. He's just brown.
Well, I thought he made diapers cool. I thought his fan base was wearing diapers because that's the cool thing now.
Well, he's wearing diapers, but it's also coming up that he has a catheter bag. Obviously, they showing pictures of his hand that's obviously keeps being poked with an IV fluid to keep him alive. Some people are saying like his kidneys are failing. That's why I said like he's not going to survive this end of this term. I just been waiting.
Most people say like 2 years tops.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm a firm believer that evil people live forever. He
Well,
yeah.
He doesn't drink,
Mitch
he
McConnell's
doesn't-
still
I don't
sitting
know.
over there existing. So
Yeah, Bill
Yeah.
Cosby.
Yeah, Mitch
he's
McConnell.
literally
Mitch
glitching in the
McConnell.
system, but still existing. So.
I mean, Mitch McConnell's already like seeing demons that are coming to take him every like 2 months. So I'm not sure about him. I think
he might be the demon that took him. That might be.
That's true.
Tell me, Chief.
I mean, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if people in Congress have like a death bet on Mitch McConnell or Trump, who goes first.
Oh, I'm sure.
Well, I'm sure there is. But you know what? Seeing as how we're here, McConnell, because he's out of the Senate, so he's not as important anymore.
No, I would say McConnell lives longer because he has that Asian Chinese wife, maybe Asian Chinese secret.
Me love you long time. Oh God, I'm sorry.
But
Like
if
he's
that
might be
was the
snorting
case, he wouldn't be stalling like he's on dial-up.
Oh man, I can't believe I
Yeah,
he's stalling.
I don't know. I'd say it's a throw up between the two of them, but I can unfortunately see Trump living for like another 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just surprised, like, none of his kids or wife has tried to kill him. Like, wouldn't their lives just be way easier? Less like,
Melania
I mean,
probably
it's-
just assumed he was going to die. Look at his diet.
Yeah.
She was just waiting, and then she's like, damn it, he became president. He has medical insurance.
I
They'll
think both of his parents lived into their 90s, and like he doesn't drink, smoke. I don't know. I think we're in for a lot of him.
he doesn't drink or smoke, but he drinks a lot of Diet Coke. And that aspirin in there, it's going to get him. Huh.
Maybe it's just like preserving him.
How?
It might be. It's like, I'm surprised skin cancer hasn't taken him.
I mean, it could work with like how addictions work. As long as he just keeps drinking, it keeps him alive.
Oh,
Yeah.
like a Keith Richards situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just like, okay, so if you're Don Jr. or you're Eric or whatever, wouldn't you just be like, bro, I'm tired of trying to get my dad's attention for this shit because it's pathetic. Like, let's just go out, hang out, someone take a pillow. Right? Like, it wouldn't be that hard.
I mean, I'm sure that they genuinely do like him to some degree. Like he's opened so many doors of just infinite money for them. Like for the rest of their life, they could just do whatever and people will support them because they're like his children.
Yeah, but at the
I
same time,
don't still think that means like. I just mean, I think that means accept. Like, yeah you're my dad.
I mean, I think it's more
Okay.
beneficial for him to still be around for them.
yeah,
like a
keep in
son
mind,
did.
like they still have to look like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just picture Eric Trump and not go, ugh. Exactly.
Okay, I mean,
Well, I mean, they
I
didn't
might
get
be,
a choice in that. You're just
No, yeah, I'm sure he still jump scares himself when he turns on the light in the bathroom to see himself in the mirror.
Exactly.
but it's like I might be giving him more credit for this, but it's like if either Don Jr. or Eric Trump realized like the longer that Trump is around and the longer you allow Barron to grow up, that means your succession claims to after Trump goes away is going to Barron. Like you need to. This is your window.
You know, that's true.
Yeah.
Because this is your window. Like if you give it 4 or 5 years at the end of the thing on there, Trump, like what Barron's what, like 19 now? 18, 19? Whatever.
Yeah.
And then to become president, what, you gotta be what, 35?
Something like that, yeah.
Okay. So if he's like, but if you took out Trump now, why you still have the MAGA movement going here? Because who knows, like if Trump dies, like he wants to keep it going. And yes, these people will be brainwashed. But these people are also dedicated to this Trump name. And that's why if JD Vance takes over, like it's not gonna have any traction. But if they kill him now, and then people be wanting Barrett, he can't become president, right? Yet. So you got like a 10, 12-year reign that you could go if you're smart enough.
I mean,
He's not exactly wrong.
Trump's just going to find a way to stick around until then.
Well,
He's gonna do the
worst
Futurama
possible
thing. He's just gonna put his head in the jar.
I mean, the worst possible scenario for Donald Trump Jr. or Eric is if they do this and kill him thinking that they come over, is that Ivanka slides in until Barron's old enough to take over.
I don't think she can even, like, talk. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, she could talk better than Tiffany.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean,
Tiffany has
that's negotiable because Tiffany became a lawyer, which means she had to go through the whole trial court area.
I mean, Kim
We just
Kardashian
don't
became a lawyer.
hear Tiffany talk.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, no, that's
Forget
true.
she
Kim
exists.
Kardashian's a lawyer. I forgot about that. Yeah, so
Yeah.
I guess the bars.
So that's what I'm saying. Ivanka is basically all Ivanka would do is like, we're making a triumvirate with me, Kim Kardashian, and Paris Hilton.
You know what? Screw it. I'm in. We're already going downhill. Let's do it.
You're like, we're
Just
at that
end it
time.
quick.
They might
As
be
long as
the
you can
ones
say that's hot.
yes.
I'm an accelerationist now. Let's just go.
I'm just getting to the point of idiocracy where Carl's Jr. is in charge.
Well, anyway, with that being said, we're coming close to time. So let me tell everybody. Well, tell everybody. Let me just say thanks everybody for tuning into Demo Crazy. Don't forget you can listen to us on YouTube, Spotify, and Amazon Music. You all take care. Later on. Boop.